Hit record. Because technically, this is a VOD. I'm starting earlier just because Twitch will more than likely mute some stuff. So, I completely forgot to go to my stream music playlist. But I'm there now. At least I'm almost there. Shuffle. Oh, I am so behind, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, here I am. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. I forgot to plug my headphones in like an idiot. This is so behind, y'all. Forgive me. I should have thought of this beforehand. Scatterbrain Vialzo always is a fun Vialzo. Gonna wrap it behind the DS's. And then, okay, I guess we're good to start going. Let me just make sure everything is unmuted over on the desktop side. It is not. But, hello everyone. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna get sharing. So y'all, feel free to sit back and chill while we do that. I am loving the song. Need to move up. Okay, so let's get to sharing. Please tell me this works. I hate Twitch. I really hate Twitch right now. I hate it with a passion. Here. I'm gonna refresh the page. Okay. Hopefully this will work now. It's such a dumb thing. Where is VOD? Okay, see VOD links. The same thing happened last night with PLA. I guess, it doesn't like, yeah, it doesn't like when I do Pokemon streams, apparently. That sucks. I need to go to self-promo. I hope I'm not feedbacking through my own. Okay, I'm not. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Also do a lot more sharing. I do a lot more sharing when it comes to Pokemon streams. So yes, it's gonna take a bit. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Wait, I just realized. Did I? Okay, just shuffled it. Just in time, y'all. Just in time. Then we go to. Wait, no, it's. Wait, shoot. Where do we do it? I think it's you go to our videos, right? Hold on. I know here's a Pokemon in the general chat. Yeah. I'm gonna do it hunt updates. Because that's where there should be a dedicated like live stream channel then. That's my complaint. Oh, I need some tropes. Where's he at? Everyone, because I am lazy. Already typed out everything because Twitch is being dumb, but it's fine. Wait, I need to go to new content. Boom, we can get to publish it. Alrighty, we're all shared up. I guess we can go ahead and start with some. Hunting. I'm gonna go pull up like this. Alright, I'm gonna need to move the counters because I need to see my chat. I think that's actually, like, perfect. Alrighty, let's get her started. So how's this? So we're gonna be getting to 7200 today. How this is gonna work is that I'll probably take a break at 7000, like a quick break, get up, use the bathroom, stretch my legs, all that. That's just how it works. The Bowser theme is peak, I have to say. But yeah, I hope everyone's day is going well. Really do. Been trying to have a lot of fun stuff going on. I know that tomorrow's gonna be a fun day because my uncle, who lives in Kentucky, he will be in town for like the first time in months. It'll be great to see him again. He's a great dude. So we'll be seeing him. I got like a brunch with him. At like a bar. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's a bar. On the Saturday. So I'll be seeing him tomorrow. I can hang out on the Saturday, like this brunch thing. It's just funny because it's for like a youth, like a youth church event. And it's so funny. It's held by a bunch of Baptists, but it makes it even funnier. Because Baptists are just traditionally against alcohol consumption. And, yo, no idea why you hunt Landorus, not a fan Johnny at all? Well, dude, I'll tell you why. What's up, and yeah, welcome on the stream, Tiago. I'll tell you why. That number in the, upper left-hand corner, that is, a counter for my Pokemon Legends Arceus Living Dex. So, I'm hunting Landorus. Oh, okay. But I'm hunting, Landorus so I can get shiny for, PLA. So that's the reason. I don't think I would have hunted it otherwise. Though the roaming hunt in Black and White, the videos I've seen on that are actually pretty interesting. Because it's such a different way to hunt the roamer. Yes, all the legends are locked in PLA. It sucks. I would have hunted them in PLA if they weren't locked. But nah, everything is locked. There's all the legendaries. I'm hoping, it's a very naive hope. More like wishing, that's the technical definition, that'd be the better definition. But I'm wishing that, that in ZA, the legends will be unlocked. And I was talking with my friend, Jacob, about it today. Yeah, it is a shame, dude. But he was like, yeah, it's probably a vain hope, but I hope they don't let shine out the legends. I'm like, you're right, it's a vain hope. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, full odds. This is full. Oh, that's Fluffy. You're Fluffy. I can't believe. I'm surprised. That's crazy. I didn't realize that you, like Mr. Apollo and Fluffy, are the same things. But yes, this is full odds. This is full odds, and that makes us even more sad. Because technically, I didn't reset the counter, but technically, I'm not at odds yet, because I got one and I failed one. Fluffy, you know about that, I think. At least you had the chance to, because I posted it in the Shiny Shrine. Yeah. So, I didn't reset the counter. I think I will in the future, because it's messing with me. Because it looks like I'm over odds when I'm not, so I have to do all these mental gymnastics. Yeah, I have to do all these mental gymnastics to be like, oh no, it's this many resets until I'm over odds. But, there's a whole bunch of mental gymnastics I have to do. And, I think I'm gonna start resetting the counter in the future for fails. Especially because the ones where you really see the fails a lot on YouTube are Safari Week. And, everyone I've seen, like, whenever they get a fail, is like, alright, I'm gonna reset the counter. So I think I'm gonna start resetting the counter in the future. Because that's one thing I've been fortunate enough, is I have not failed a Safari Zone shiny yet. I've only found 4 though. So that's, I don't know if that's good stats or that's like average. It's definitely not bad stats. But for what, for like a Rattata? Wait, my math might not be mathing. I think a Rattata, I think it's just a Rattata, Meryl, and the Drapion. I think the Drapion was impressive that I didn't fail it, but still. But yeah, vain hope, but hopefully they won't like anything in PL and ZA. Hunting an epic Dialga on Rumble World, 1 point, oh, 1-in-1K odds. 74.95. Let's see 74.95. You're calling it? Well, that's not gonna happen tonight. Hopefully tomorrow then. Hopefully tomorrow. Really be 74.90, 74.94, 74.96. We're hunting an epic Dialga on Rumble World. Yeah, good luck with that, Tiago. Yeah. Cause I spaced it out, Fluffy. I'm doing like 400 a day, which isn't bad. It's like about 3 hours of hunting. Actually, no, it's like exactly 2 hours and 40 minutes. But that's like if I sit down and do it straight. Like whenever I get to a landmark, I get up, I stretch, and all that. That's just like how I am. I like to get up and stretch, especially even just after the hour and 20. I'm like dying. Guys, better schedule me then. Yeah, dude, I'll let you know. I'll probably be hunting it in the morning. I think you're what, Central Time? So you might be awake. It depends on whether or not I like sleep in. Because I slept in today, and that screwed up my schedule for Shiny and all that. Because it's super nice. I get out of bed, I eat, and if I at least wake up with my alarm, I get up, I eat, I shower, and by the time I'm like, you know, on my desk, instead of the shiny hunt, I get done shiny hunting right before I eat lunch. So that's something that's really good. I like. Yeah, but one thing, I remember you said, Tiago, that the shinies, you know, you don't like the shinies. You know, one thing I feared with these hunts when I started them back in February, I was worried that I would soft reset everyone, specifically Tornadus. The shinies, I think, are a lot more noticeable than you'd think. Funny enough, I think the one that's most different, Landorus, is the one I think I almost soft reset over. When I found it, I mean, I failed it anyway, but when I found it, I think I remember going to soft reset, but I was like, I don't know. This looks different. and then it sparkled. I'm like, oh. But the one I was super scared was soft reset, Tornadus, I noticed immediately. So I don't know how that one works, but hey, I'm not complaining. Dude, Ultra Warp Ride? I think it was Try. I think that's his name. Try and a whole bunch of other Pokemon YouTubers. Just watching them had made me really want to play the Alola games. But they've been shiny hunting the legendaries in the Ultra Space. Like, I need to get back on the Alola grind. I have all these shiny quests for each of the games I need to start working on again. PLA has really consumed my mind. Which, you could consider it a good thing, you could consider it a bad thing. I don't know. They always are. See, I'm in the middle of a Heatran hunt, and I still take a ton of time for reset. Heatran has super different shiny, but I don't know, yeah, it's... Even then, like, when you're so deep into a hunt, your mind starts playing tricks on you. And it's better, even if it's, like, super different, it's so noticeable, like, your mind always starts playing tricks on you. It's honestly the craziest thing. Like, I swear that even when I'm hunting, I don't know, I'm thinking of like a Sword and Shield mentality when I'm saying this. But I think even when I was looking for my shiny Phalanx, while I'm looking for my shiny Grapploct that I haven't hunted in like months, my mind's still, and they're completely different shinies from the original. My mind's always like, you know, I kind of hate this shiny. Also, my DSI is a yellowish, oh man. Yeah, that yellowish tint is gonna kill you. Well, I mean, it's gonna kill me mentally. Like, my DS lights that obviously not using it for this, but I'll use for like black and white, hunting in black and white, the Diamond Pearl Platinum. At least want to get back into hunting in all 3 games at once, so I'm taking a break to get Shaman and Manaphy. Only a bit. Yeah. But even then, it's slightly lighter than my DSI, and it always gets me. And especially when I'm dealing with like real subtle shinies, like hunting P-Dub, I think was torture for my brain. Also, is the music okay? I think we're fine, but it's like I get a little self-conscious with it. Cause I have the max volume like coming in with my headphones, but I have desktop audio turned way down. Let's see what this ping is though. Oh, it's Shiny Dex Live? Hey yo? Oh, never mind. Okay. He's announcing something about stream. Yeah. That, yeah, good enough. Thanks for the volume check. That's like, you know. Those subtle shinies that will definitely kill you. But it's a lot of the... Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip real quick. But a lot of like the subtle shinies now were actually pretty cool back in the day. I know Red Dice is the example that everyone points to, which is fair enough. And it's a really good example of shinies just being great, and then as we move into 3D, they become super subtle. One I noticed was Palkia. Because I think it was, I forget who it was, but I watched someone shiny hunt the creation, I don't want to say the creation trio plus Arceus and Platinum. And the Palkia was actually super noticeable with the pink and all that. And it surprised me. I was like, wow. But that's Dialga. You ought to notice it. I've heard, I think I've heard a few times people talk about Dialga like, oh, it's like, I'm worried I'm not going to notice it. But it's not like that. It's a lot enough blue that it's not that bad. Yeah, it really is. It took me half a second to see when I got my Sinjo one. You mad lad. Good work on getting the Sinjo Palkia. Maybe when I make a lot of progress on my old stuff, I'll inject the event and do like a Sinjo Ruins hunt. That one's, I think, always fascinated me. I was way less afraid to reset Palkia than Heatran for some reason. That really is interesting. Dude, I would be the same way, but this because of a friend of mine's experience. He went like 40k for a Heatran in black and white too. If you're in the Shiny Shrine, you probably know that story. So long. 52 encounters is insane. Was it 8192? I mean, well, regardless, that's crazy, but I've yet to have an 8192 hunt go under 100 encounters. Yep, crazy stuff. I was ready to Sinjo Palkia. Oh, dude, dude, that's a blessing. Like, honestly, Sinjo Palkia going 52, dude. I've had my deal, my quite a few long hunts, and they're long hunts. Let's just leave it at that. Dude, long hunts going for a short time is amazing. There's one example I was thinking of where I wanted to go. Sinjo Giratina, oh yeah, that's, yeah, Sinjo Giratina to 11k, that's rough. At least it wasn't too far over odds. Like, again, your over odds, which sucks for a long hunt like that, but you're only at 11k. I mean, come on. Like, it's not the worst you can get over odds, you know? And Rest in peace to Dallas, the Supreme Arcanites with his 70k Registeel. Actually, there's a dude in another server I'm in. Kind of a new server. He went like what past Dallas's for a Trico. I'm like, dude. Again, at least Trico's relatively fast. Yeah, and triple hunting it makes it not. Oh, okay, so you're triple hunting. That's not bad at all. To be honest, it might be my favorite hunt ever. You've had a ton of fun with it. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna have to pick up Syndrome Ruin hunting one time. Well, at least sometime. I think I should probably get my hands on the Soul Silver first, because I have Heart Gold. Yeah. Oh, okay. I had a suspicion that you were in the Zeus server. I was wondering about that. Yeah. Yeah, freaking Sala, man. Dude. Poor guy. That's all I can say, man. Poor guy. Like, that is his Trico was the longest hunt I have ever seen. And at least Trico's somewhat fast, dude. It's like, man. I don't know what it was, but you're talking about the Sinjo, Palkia. I didn't want to ask, but it made me think, is this guy the KZU server? Because I'm just thinking, because, you know, he's been double hunting Dialga for, like, months. Like, since the beginning of the year. What a crazy journey to see. By the way, the guy has crazy... Yeah! Dude, honestly. The fact of the matter is, he has crazy dedication to just that single hunt. Sure, there's a chance I could rack up 72,000 encounters, just however much he went. In like a year, or however long it took it. But it'd be across so many different games. I'd be jumping around all over the place. Because that's just how I am. Like, looking at my shiny hunt, I would full screen it, but A, you want to be able to see it fully, B, then mess up, the cropping. But, like, even when I minimize it again, it messes up the cropping. But I have, like, 20 hunts on my shiny hunt. He's single hunting, and he's hunting during work? Dude. I mean, if you have, like, a remote job, yeah, but, I mean, that's crazy. That's the one thing, like, I mean, if you're like on the computer, like remote work, yeah, that makes sense. But even me, I'm too hyper-focused. When I shiny hunt, I'm too hyper-focused on shiny hunt. The hunting during work would be what? Yeah, right? Like for me, even single hunting during work, I couldn't do it. Because I'm always so, when I shiny hunt, I'm always so hyper-fixated on, okay, I gotta make these resets as fast as possible. Gotta cut down as much time as possible, because that's just my mentality. I mean, it's more of a subconscious thing, but it's a pattern I've definitely recognized in myself, that I don't like wasting time with this. And like, doing it alongside remote work, that would be too much for me, dude. Because I wouldn't be able to concentrate, enough. I wouldn't be able to do it like that. I wouldn't be able to do it during school. Like, come on. But, dude, props to him, I guess. He's real dedicated. Isn't he, over odds again? Dude, freaking Giratina. I wonder if Zeus will go for this one. I don't know if he has already or not. But this was like my... Watching Shiny Clutcher's Giratina was my introduction to the Sinjo hunt. I've been a bit napped in the community, so I don't listen. That's fair. That's fair. I know he's doing... I think he's currently doing, like, of course, the Dialga. He's doing the Cresselia, because that's the whole point of the series. The Cresselia, hunt, or whatever it's called. The Cresselia arc, that's what it is. Yeah, oh, he has, when he gets the Dialga hunt. Nice. I mean, I guess you mean Palkia? But, Dude, Giratina, it's amazing. I'm tempted. I would love to put the Arceus one in here, but I don't like the way the Arceus OST on YouTube does like the loop. But you cannot beat that guitar riff at the beginning. It's so good. At least when it goes into the origin form. But no, this is an amazing song. I remember when In the Rain Music did his Year of Sinnoh. Dude, I was blown away by his cover. Especially his Barry sax solo. Like, dude, it was amazing. They killed it with Sinnoh, I think. At least the soundtrack. There's so many iconic songs. Just everything in the song, also the way the yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. It goes up, real upbeat, and then real fast. I should say, not upbeat, definitely not upbeat. But the different rhythms it uses are awesome. And do 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 do. It's another one that kind of does that though. That's really good is the Black and White Legendary song. They do? I haven't paid much attention to the Ultra Beast song either. It's one I was debating on adding, but I don't know about the intro with it. Because I just recently added a lot of songs to the playlist. It was mainly a lot of Fire Emblem stuff. But, But it was one I was looking at. I also had quite a few Lola songs on there as well. Yeah, Black and White. I mean, I'm a Gen 5 kind of guy. But even then, Black and White, amazing music. Pokemon composers really do kill it. The only issues I've had is that the motifs are just like, a lot of the motifs are so common. Which, I mean, it makes sense, but like, when I'm putting together stuff for a playlist, like, using a champion theme is pretty much impossible because it all has like the same basic, like, kind of champion theme for the originals. But that just proves how good the Pokemon composers are. That they can impose a piece that's so iconic, you know? Yeah. It's... Are you a... I'm assuming are you a Generation 4 guy? I wonder, because, I mean, you're doing the Sinjin Ruin hunts. I mean, dedicate a lot of time to the legendaries that way. Yeah, you have the most hours in Gen 4. Nice, nice. Gen 4 is great. I remember, I think Platinum was like my second or third Pokemon game. I remember White was my first. I can't remember whether or not I got Platinum before or after I got X. But it was my favorite Pokemon-wise, so that's fair. That's fair. I don't know which one is my favorite Pokemon-wise. I mean, I like Gen 5 the most just because of the story, the environment. But I don't know about design-wise. That's the ticket. But I remember I got Platinum when I was real young. And I only beat it like once. I restarted the file multiple times. Just because that's just how I played. And remember my first run through. I think I started with Pipluck. And I remember my freaking ace was not even my Pipluck, it was my Rapidash. That Rapidash, like, it had terrible moves as well, it just high leveled. Just got me through the Elite Four. I couldn't beat Cynthia, but everything else I think my Rapidash beat. Whereas, you know, challenging the Elite Four with a Rapidash. I swear, it might just be my thinking in my Pokemon Crystal playthrough, Because I know I did that with only 4 Pokemon, but I think I also did the Platinum with only four Pokemon at first before we started. First game was Emerald Emulator, then Black, then Moon. Only after playing Shield did I play the first game. Wow! That's interesting, I think. Especially starting with Gen 3 on an emulator, you know? I mean, to figure on an emulator. So it's not like you had physical hardware. But yeah. I've only ever played Emerald on emulator. Because it's been a long time now. I haven't touched it since, like, the fall. Maybe I touched it a little bit in the spring semester, but I remember I worked on it in the fall a little bit. My, one of my good online friends, Trips, he, some other guys, created this Emerald ROM with 1 in 100 shiny odds. And, we were pretty much all racing each other to try to do a Professor Oak challenge with it. And I remember, so we started, I remember we all got stuck on this, hunting the C dot on Route 2. And I remember I picked it up again the spring of my freshman year. And that was me shiny hunting during class, I tell you. But, it was a mindless, I was able to pay attention, you know, and all that. But I didn't even get past the first gym. I didn't get past Roxanne until, like, the fall. And, like, cause I work at school. The Pokemon game time was kind of weird. I started playing, like, 3 years old. And on them, wow. Then Black and White about 9, like, after I did sort of... Okay. So, wow, okay. So, only after you sort of get recent games I came to Warbirds. Laugh for the first time in, like, 13. That's valid, you know. Platinum is a really good game. And that's one thing with White as my first game. I feel like I was too young, because I was probably like 9 or 10 when I played White for the first time. I feel like I was, like, didn't really appreciate the themes enough. I remember, like, having to Google what liberation meant, dude. I was a kid, you know, it was a big word like mayonnaise for me. And, I think a lot of this stuff kind of went over my head. I was an idiot, too. I remember thinking, like, if I put Pokemon in my PC, people could hack into my game and steal it. That did start happening in X and Y, apparently. Because I remember hearing about that. But I was worried about that for Black and White. So I remember, I think, as I was catching legendaries, I, like, released my freaking starter because I was running out of room in my party. Oh, man, because the catch 'em all stuff, it's not really my playstyle. Because I'm not, well, at least 4 ways through, like, throughout the story, it's not my playstyle. Like, if I, like, a Pokemon, I'll, of course, catch it, add to my team. But if I'm going back and doing the Pokedex, I'll do that, go back and do that after I beat the game. Well, which I knew how to Google things at 9. It took me a good while to start properly using it. Yeah, right? I remember, like, I think I remember using, like, some guides and all that to release some legendaries when I first played Black and White when I was 9. But I think I discovered it through, like, Maryland's Let's Play of it, I want to say. I want to say, when I first got my DS, when I got it, my parents also got, like, this, like, game cartridge that they got from, like, China or something, and it was, like, this, like, 64 games in 1 cartridge. And I think there's a Pokemon game on there. I can't remember now, because I know the cartridge doesn't work anymore. I just don't think it works anymore. But I remember a Pokemon S game in there. I just can't remember what it is. What it was. But, the first one I remember playing was Black and White. I think Maryland put me on that, and that is an amazing game. And it's a game that's always kind of stuck with me, that I've loved. And, I remember when I graduated from, from high school, which is literally 2 years ago this week. Why did you start hunting, by the way? I did because of Absol. I think I think Absol is actually amazing. I love that you started because of Absol. Absol is amazing. But I think I started hunting just because I spent time on the internet and about X and Y, because I started hunting because of X and Y. But you know, I learned what shiny Pokemon were and all that through the internet, kind of learning about that, and this idea of this rare thing. I just wanted to start collecting them, I think. And I started shiny hunting with X and Y. I remember getting, freaking out over like a shiny Quillfish through chain fishing. And I've had an interesting history with shiny Pokemon in this franchise, because I think, can't remember fully, but I am pretty convinced that I found a shiny Durant while going through Victory Road in Black and White. Oh, I forget this. I actually started to discover shiny hunting because of A-Drive. Yeah, A-Drive, you know, I'm in the shiny hunting Discord server I'm in, the Shiny Shrine. The old owner used to really rail on A-Drive. But, you know, I see his criticisms. I think A-Drive's reactions can really be over the top. But he's a good gateway drug to get into shiny hunting, especially when you're like a kid and you're watching this YouTuber and he has these funny reactions. And it's like, man, I want to kind of do some of the stuff that he's doing, you know? It's a good gateway to drug into like shiny hunting content. And I think he kind of got me into doing a lot of stuff, especially when it came to Sun and Moon, because that's around the time I discovered him, was when he started his living decks. His shiny living decks. I don't think he's doing it anymore. But yeah, I think. But yeah, but at the time he got criticized because of not hunting full-outs. Yeah, like you can have your preferences. Like I like the full-outs hunting. I don't know why, just maybe the long methodology of it. But I mean, I also do a lot of method hunting. Like in the Shiny Shrine that I already mentioned, they just sent out a survey. It's like, oh, it's like a demographic survey, which it wasn't anything demographic. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, there's some like stuff like the countries and all that, but really, it was a lot of shiny hunting questions. And one thing they asked was which was like, hey, do you like full on? Like, what kind of method? What kind of hunting do you prefer? And it was like, full odds 8192, full odds 1496, and method hunting. I was like, is there an all of the above option? Because I like all of them. You know, I put the full odds 8192 just because I think those are always fun, and I need to get back into hunting in the old games again. But I mean, I'm really on pause just because of the PLA stuff that I've been so hyper-fixated on. But I mean, I don't get the full odds elitism. You know, you can dye the shinies because, you know, they're rarer in your own sense. I mean, dude, just don't degrade other people for hunting in a different way. I mean, we're a bunch of nerds sitting at a desk all day looking at animals until they turn a slightly different color, okay? Like, we need to stick together. Let's be real. It's such a nerdy community that, I mean, we don't need all that infighting. Come on. But I think a lot of the full-outs elitism has died down a lot since X and Y. Because I never experienced it because I think I was so young. But I've heard a lot. There's like a whole war between the method hunters and the full-outs hunters coming into X and Y. And I'm glad Nintendo has kind of gotten shiny hunting like super available to people coming in. But you know, the only method I like is Radar and Plat. Okay, it's mostly skill-based and overall super fun game in my opinion. Your name reaction Radar Shard is so neat. Also good for specific. Yes. It's super good for specifics. I remember I tried a lot of radar hunting when I first started X and Y. I remember I was in like gifted like smart people like program in middle school, and we had like meetings like every Tuesday or something like that. And then and at the end we'd take like this field trip to somewhere. Remember, at least I think it was on a gifted field trip. It could have been like a school field trip or something. I remember he wasn't a buddy of mine. I don't really talk to him much anymore, but I'm still kind of close to this family because I go to church with like with his uncle's side of the family, I should say. I go to church with them. I haven't seen them there in like years. But me and him, he was the guy that pretty much taught me how to radar hunt. And like, remember we did it at, we did some radar hunting on the bus. It was so much fun. And, I never got a radar shiny for like a long time after that, but I remember, it was funny having to be able to shiny hunt with and all that. But yeah, I think he kind of got me into radar hunting. And I'm gonna say this. He taught me a really good way to blind chainfish. We got these, like, stupid squid hats. And, like, you can put them, like, over your head. And it's, like, so perfect. I know I'm costing time, but, like, I can't see a thing like this. And it looks so funny. But yeah, he kind of got me into radar hunting. One of the things on my bingo, actually, for this year, which a lot of that's scratch just based on how just different hunts I've had to pick up out of stuff. I really should have changed some stuff around with it. One thing I did put on is a long-time radar target of mine is the shiny Eevee in X and Y from like Route 8. And that is a really fun hunt. Because you have to start the, you don't technically have. Why would they make it so you can't see? Because it's supposed to go higher up. Like, I'll show you. I'll do a reset with them on. I can't remember if I'm marking 10 or not. I'll tell you that. I'm marking it twice. Because you're supposed to wear it higher up on your head. Like this. Like, this is how you're supposed to wear it, but you can technically pull it down lower. Also, your head gets really hot while wearing it. That's one thing I noticed a few times. So I've done some Splatoon streams, but like this... Yeah, I've done some Splatoon streams where I've like worn it for a time. But yeah, the Eevee hunt's super fun because you start at the flowers at the bottom, like the closest to Solage City. You find a radar Eevee there, and then you bring the chain up the route by pretty much every time you enter into a new patch of grass. Excuse me. You start a new radar, you reset the radar, and you carry it up to a part where there's like the rocks, and then you kind of start a pattern where you reset at the rocks, and then you do like the different spaces. My first hunt with him was in Ultra Sun with either Rayquaza or Xurkitree, 12-year-old. That's relatable. I remember like going like doing some Thanksgiving stuff with like family. We'd all like kind of like stay together for like Thanksgiving, and I remember I brought my Ultra Moon game. I've only ever beat Sun and Ultra Moon, though I have all 4. And I remember bringing my Ultra Moon up, and I was like, I'm gonna start. I can't remember if it was whether or not it was for Pheromosa or Celesteela. But I remember I wanted to start resetting them, and I just couldn't. I got through some resets, and it's like those are hunts I gave up on because again, 13-year-old me didn't have the patience. I first got into full loss hunting during COVID. That's when so about what, 5 years ago? 5 years ago, doing this. And yeah, the only shiny I've ever gotten just was a random young goose. I have gotten more lucky than that, I have to admit. But my Ultra Moon luck was so stupid. It's been crazy. I remember working and cleaning the Codex. I got a Slowbro from SOS just randomly, trying to catch Slowbro for the Dex. I was saving Stack Attacka until after I got the shiny charm, which I never did, by the way. But passing through, I encountered a random shiny Stack Attacka. I don't know what was the only element to be an Ultra Moon, but it was insane. Like, come on. Like... But I did a lot of shiny hunting in Ultra Moon. The only thing I have to say is that I think with the legendaries, like running away, as in like not like as in exiting the Ultra Space area without encountering the legendary Pokemon. I think that like lock the Pokemon until you catch everything else. I remember saving, because I remember I started a Kyogre hunt and I saved it until later. I remember trying to go back. Trying to go back and find that Kyogre. I couldn't. Which is something that's really interesting, that I couldn't go back and find that Kyogre. I did get around to training Geodude and Rosalia in my Gen 3 days. I don't have a save file with Rosalia anymore, sadly, but recently I managed Geodude to my plat. Alright, 10 plus Euro mod. There you go. That's nice. Trading the year mods up are always nice. Only when I've really traded up. I mean, I'm gonna trade these Forces of Nature out once I get to Landorus. But so the only one I ever transferred up was a Poker Radar Starly that I found in Platinum, and I moved it to Black and White too. Really to White too, when I reset my save so I can do my Diamond Pearl Platinum Badge West. And that's fun. I'm putting it on hold just so I can get Shaman and Manaphy in those games first, really in Pearl. But after I get Shaman and Manaphy, I'm gonna resume that. That's gonna be a fun one to keep going with. I was hoping to complete it this year, but Riley's Riolu is a long hunt. And I realized I gotta skip ahead if I want to get Manaphy and Shaman before the before Bank shuts down. But that's been so much fun. I made a lot of progress over winter break. I was very happy. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm already in the process of going for it. The hunt's just on hold. Actually, if you're talking about Manaphy, if you're talking about Manaphy, I'm gonna do the method that Absol did, which is where you do all the void stuff and you set it up for where you do the void stuff, you set it up where you're just randomizing the trainer ID, which is so good. Yeah, that's a hunt and a half, the traditional way. I was having a talk with, I think it was Keeper Boy, another dude in Shiny Shrine. I think it was with Keeper Boy. It was with Keeper Boy because he's tackling, okay, that's 630 tones. I was worried for a second. There's the fire siren in my town's going off right now, and I'm like, oh, but no, it's 6:30. That's when the tones go off for testing. But anyway, my buddy Keeper Boy, he's going for the Gen 1 U hunt. You might have seen me talk about it in Zeus's server. It really is crazy though. I always hate egg hunts, so that's like 5 hunts. It's rough. Like, it's 6-minute resets, but the thing that really sucks about it is how slow it is. I mean, it's 6-minute resets. You get 10 encounters per hour per system. So I'd be triple hunting this using this DS right here and my other two. I mean, like this one, the black one, because I started liking using the smaller 3DS4 when I got it. So ironically, this one, the new one on the right, became my main system. even though the one on the left was my oldest one. But that's a rough hunt, but I want to do it because Lucario seems like to be I want to use Lucario. But that's a rough hunt. I remember doing it. My freaking hands just start cramping up, dude. It's not for the faint of heart. But I think I've always been enamored with slow hunts. Even right now, I got a bunch of slow hunts on the back burner that I need to start working on again. Again, enraptured by PLA, but what are you gonna do? Like, I got X and Y starter going in the background that I need to get back on. 2 Alola starters, the XD Eevee, the Riolo. Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna hate the Riolu hunt too. How many systems were you hunting on? Because that's the ticket, I think. Because single hunting Rowlet and Poplio and Eevee, those are all slow hunts. So the Sun and Moon, base Sun and Moon starter is 20 an hour. And I'm getting around 25 an hour for Ultra Moon starters and the XD Eevee. But like, but that's the day is when you're single hunting it. Because I would not want to single hunt the Riolu. I think the only reason I'll be saying is at least getting 30 an hour, which is, it's not good, but it's better than what it could be. Oh, regular Cabriolas. Yeah, even then, that's rough. There's a dude I watched on YouTube way back in the day. He doesn't post anymore, but Kansai Kidra, and he went a long time without his Riolu. And he got it, but it was rough. Yeah, that's somewhat how I was like, I can't see myself doing that, but I think I like Riley's easier. I think I like Riley's more. I think I'd rather do Riley's than the other one, because even though the other one's faster, it's so much to keep up with between 3 games. At least when you're triple hunting it, right? Okay, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. You at least can do it, like, together. But if you're doing egg hunting, you have to look between each 3 games. You have to look and say, okay, does the old man have my egg ready? And if he does, alright, I need to go off the old man while I'm moving the other 2 games, you know? It's a lot. Yeah. That's the thing. My making a play, it just cramps my hands. Cramps. I haven't hunted it since, like, January. But I remember, it cramped my hands like crazy. It was so rough. Like, I like to take hour breaks, or like however many long breaks in between hunting. So it's good to get up and stretch. Like, I'll probably take a quick break when I get to 7,000. But, like, I had to take breaks when I hunted Riolu, because it would just cramp my wrists so much. It's like, I think if you ever your DS to controller modded, like, it makes it make the hunt a lot easier. But it's with just your hands. Oh my, ugh. Like, I was hoping that I would get the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum Bachelor's finish this year. I'm not going to. I already know. Because it's June. I haven't found anything since my Graveler in January, and I'm not going. If I get lucky with the Riolu, then yeah, I'll find something. But I'm not continuing that until I get my Shaman and my Mana Bean, because I already played ahead on Pearl to get those, and I'm waiting until I get those to. Because I backed up my save, and that's a whole another story I can get into. Because I have to set the Riolu on there, because long story short, my backups got deleted. But it's fine. It's a shame you can't play with the controller with a hat 3DS. But you can, not DS games, sadly. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, that's what TK do with the DS games. You know, like, this would be nice, like, to do a lot of this, you know, but you could just... Well, like, there's not really many I don't know about many 3DS emulators anymore. I mean, I know Citra got shut down, practically, but... I'm not sure about some other ones. But Citra was the big one, and they got shut down. That's my buddy Cuber Boy, because again, we have a rule with the Shiny Shrine that, you can use emulators to hunt as long as the number you use here are within reason. And one of the guys that runs the place now, I think it's the same one I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I think Nintendo just went after him because again, you're pirating Nintendo games, which I guess you can say fair enough, but I want to say it got shut down. You could probably download like earlier versions of it still, but I remember something big. Cause me, Trips, and 2 other guys, we started this like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire bingo, which yes, I am constantly draining the luck for with my Forces of Nature hunt. But I remember it was brought up to use Citra because none of these games have Shiny Charm, and so I'm allowed to double hunt for that reason. But while everyone else is single hunting. But I remember it was brought up to start for me to use Citra, and I decided against it because I like using I like hunting on actual hardware. But, you know, it's just personal preference. But anyway, we have this clause, so you can use emulators, like, within reason, and Trips, he wanted this other guy to do resets, and, like, to do 15 emulators, just so we can have a definition for within reason. It was so funny, he posted the shiny, he was like, hey Trips, where's Waldo? And it was a shiny Giratina. Like, getting into odds would take him less than... He didn't get to odds, but getting to odds, and this is shiny charm, would take him, like, less than an hour. It was insane. Me. Double such quad hunts are much easier than single hunts. Yeah, that's fair. Because I think you have more to focus on with double and quad hunts. To be fair, I'm not gotten the hang of quad hunting yet. I tried it one time. You're gonna the only single hunt because I'm running in. That makes sense. That makes sense. If I can double hunt, I will double hunt it. That's just how I am. Because I've double hunted. Yeah, I'm double hunting this. I double hunt my black and white stuff. I double hunt my black and white 2 stuff. Really, just a heat more that I'm trying to get that I also need to work on more. That's the theme with me at backlogs. My 3DS stuff is all single hunting though, but that's just because I didn't get a 3DS until after I started all that stuff. A second 3DS, I should say, until I started all that stuff. And down Pearl Platinum on triple hunt aside from right now with Pearl being the only one played ahead to hunt the mythicals. But I haven't really gotten the whole hang of quad hunting yet. I tried it once, like last week or the week before last, because the Shiny Shrine had like the Unova week, which is like ever hunting Gen 5 stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'll try quad hunting, Heatran, and really double hunting Heatran and double hunting for my black and white Bacheloress at the same time, but it was 4 systems once. I'm kind of quad hunting. That was rough. I think because I was recording, and I use my phone to record. Like, that's what's recording right now on OBS is my phone. Like, reaching, like, up around it to be able to put my hands on the D-pad and, like, on 2 D-pads at once. It was rough. The only 3DS games I have to use a 2DS. Same thing, my mom has hairbands. They're just perfect. Yeah, that's... I think I would use a 2DS, and I did for a time, because my sister has an older 2DS. But that's one thing though. It's like it's completely flat, so you can't set it up like this, and that's one thing that I didn't like with it is that I couldn't set it up. But I think I definitely hunt on a traditional, like on the new 2DS, but like that, my longest hunt, I'm gonna answer this twice. Because I think I'll talk about for 4096 and for talk about for 4096 and for 8192. For 4096, my longest completed hunt, I'm gonna qualify that, was for my, at least for the ones I can encounter for, it may have been surpassed, but was my shiny Registeel and Sword when I was completing the Crown Tundra, because I shiny had all the Reggies. I still need to do a Aleki and Gigas in Sword and Shield, but that Registeel was about 9,500 encounters, and it took right around 90 hours, and that was rough. But then later, I went to start Cavalion, and I got to like 13,000, and I eventually gave up. So I never completed that hunt, but that's the longest I've gone, even though I gave up. And then 8192, I've gone to like 20,800, I think, for a... No, it was for Pimpole. I was gonna say for PETA, but no. PETA went to like 18,000. Yeah, not Sword and Shield 9Ks are for sure. Yeah. But Sword and Shield, those are some interesting games when it comes to my shiny hunting. Because, oh my goodness. Both games have treated me wildly differently. Sword, I'll say, I almost went triple odds for Shiny Charm. On, with Shiny Charm on Sword when I was trying to get a Psyduck. I ended up getting a Blip Bug, but I about went triple odds. So if you want to count that, sure, count that. But, oh my god, Sword is treating me so differently. My second fastest full odds, really my third fastest now, full odds hunt is on Sword and Shield, being 32 encounters for a shiny Arctozolt, I want to say, one of the fossils. My two fastest are actually on this game, on these games, Omega Ruby, really on the Omega Ruby. Because I got a shiny Ho-Oh after 18 encounters when we were starting that bingo. That was insane. And what's crazier is, I failed the Landorus. In 18 encounters after that, I got Landorus on the Alpha Sapphire. Failed it. 18 encounters both after that, not on each game, just like the Ho-Oh. I got the Tornadus and Omega Ruby. I'm like, dude. like, what are you doing? That day was such a roller coaster of emotions. But, reminds me of the classic first encounter Palkia. Yeah, that's really what it was. That's really what it felt like. Especially because it's the same style of hunting. But, yeah. But anyway, Sword and Shield, those are crazy games. They treat me wildly differently. Sword and Shield, it's like a pendulum. Sword, it's like a pendulum. Sometimes I'll have really fast hunts, like the 32 encounter Arctozolt, the random shiny Zigzagoon I found while gathering Watts. And then, it'll screw me over. Like the Cobalion, like the Registeel, like my, whatever the Draco, I don't say it's Dracovish. I think that's what it is, Dracovish. Like, within like 400, something like that. It'll treat me wildly differently. Shield, however, is out to get me. So I started the battles for Shield, and I'm at badge 8 right now. Still need to work on it. I got my first shiny was over odds 4,500, not bad. As long as it's on Johto starters. Yeah, gone, man. Yeah, you've been around the bush longer. You've had to dump more than I have. Kudos to you, man. About 30k on Johto starters. Kudos to you. At least those are quick. I don't know what the 25k hunt was, but 4 years is crazy. But I think I got my second one over odds, which was Sobble. I can't remember the eggs though. It was nice to be at batch 3, 1303 for a Roggenrola. Not Roggenrola. The Caracol pre-evolution. Roly-Poly. Or Roly-Coly. And then about 3,600, 3,900 maybe for a Catnia. Not Catnia, Catturn. Not Catturn. Maractus, that's the one. Gen 5 one. When I came was all in week. Oh wow. I need 10 hours a day for days straight. Ugh. I've been there, dude. With this hunt, I've done like 1,000 encounters in a day. But doing the math, let me do the math. 300, 450, 600, 750, 90. That's about 7 hours of hunting. And doing that, oh my, I feel sick. I remember like earlier cranking out, like I think it was earlier this week or maybe it was last week. Earlier last week, cranking out 800 a day for the seg. Well, I had 800 a day for the when I was still doing Landorus and Tornadus. Dude, okay, if you're doing double Johto, it's a fun hunt. I got mine. Heart Gold has been nice to me. I'd say I've been lucky with Heart Gold. Knock on wood. But I do kind of wish that one went over odds. Back when I started to enjoy, because it went over odds. I tried it once, quit. Just I would get over odds. But I think like when I started to get back into full odds hunting, I wish that one, but I want to do it and have it take its time. I'll be honest. How many phases for my Jodos? So I didn't do it. Like I just went with whatever I got first. And I got Chikorita after like 3600. It was nice and quick. And I think for 16-year-old me during COVID who wanted to get into full odds hunting, I think that was perfect to get that spark going. But like looking back, if I were to do the Johto hunts again, I would want it to take some time. I would want to sit back and enjoy the hunt. But I didn't get what I wanted. I wanted Totodile, I got Chikorita. What's the one that you got? Or at least the one that you, like, I guess, same question, because you got your target, it seems like. Yeah, Totodile, yeah, you're the only person I've ever seen who got Totodile first phase. At least I've won that. I feel like everyone who does that hunt is destined to get a Chikorita. I don't know any exceptions to that rule. I mean, aside from you. But everyone who does that hunt gets a Chikorita. Whether they want it or not. You know, I was like, Chikorita was the one I didn't want to get. I mean, you know, as we know now, you probably know, I would have taken it regardless, which I did. You just got 3 Chikorita phases? Dude, I may have seen that video, though. So that's rough, man. 3 Chikorita phases. 3 phases of, like, the same Pokemon on anything is rough. Poor guy didn't react, dude. I'm not at that point. Like, even for me, I think a shiny is a shiny. I think with my Dream Team quests in Ultra Sun and Moon, and also Moon, I think I might get to that point. Again, got lucky with my one on Ultra Sun. I got that one first phase. Use static on Route 1. But, we'll see what happens with that. At least I'm not destined to phase for a long time in Ultra Moon. I'm happy about that, at least. Because I have to do 2 starter resets, because 13-year-old me used 2 starters on my team. But what I'd love to do one day is forming a... Yeah, that'd be so much fun, dude. Platinum, Plat's gonna be is definitely a challenge. I want to take on the Unknown Challenge in Plat and like the old games. I'm doing that in PLA right now, and that is killing me. I'll be honest. I am at 18 unique unknowns, 20 duplicates. The phase I'm on right now for my 19th unique shiny, it's about a 33% chance to get a unique. I've gone 7 phases. Which is killing me. No, I've gone 8 phases. But it's a challenge that I've always wanted to do, and I'm doing it. It's just it's rough when you're phasing that many times, especially when you're not supposed to phase that many times. Yeah, the more you hunt, the more you phase. Again, I was talking with really, I guess with the old professor of mine, really a supervisor of mine, and my on-campus job, and I was talking to him about it. He's also a big nerd. I shouted him out in a recent Odyssey stream. And I was talking to him about the Unknown Hunt. He was like, well, it's not too bad, because you only have to do about, like... You only have to do about, you know, find 30 or so shinies, right? He was like, wait, no, because the more you get, the rarer they get. I'm like, yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket. So what, I've found 38 shinies so far. And I'm bound, and by the math we did, I'm bound to have to get like 62 more, at least. Even though, technically, I only need 10 more. It's just the phases are just not gonna line up like... They're not gonna line up, ideally. Yeah. Dude, we finally get the abandoned city on, on stream. I usually get Tantal instead of this one. They have so similar intros. Back when I thought that all stream music had to be quiet and chill. I grew out of that one quickly. Yeah, I was thinking like, man, I need to have this chill background, like, chill streams. But like, then I was like, I tried it with like more upbeat music. I'm like, I like this a lot better. There's still remnants of it, like at the beginning of the playlist. But like this song, for instance, I do have Ultra Lacrosse on the list. It's a long list. I'm looking at it right now. It's 232 songs. I don't know where it is, but it's on shuffle, and sometimes Ultra Necrozma will come on. It's so good. Do 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 do. I love it, man. How did you do on that fight? Yo, what's up, Trips? Welcome on in. How's it going? Dude, I shouted you out so many times talking to Tiago. You came out so much when talking about a whole bunch of shiny hunting stuff. Yeah, dude, I mentioned Cuber's Giratina and the whole bingo stuff. You're notorious for running. Dude. Survive with a single Zoroark with red HP on my first try. You lucky son of a gun. I know I had to reset. I remember having to reset multiple times, and the only reason I won is because I kept reviving my Mimikyu. I think you give me hope, though, because Zoroark is on my Ultra Sun team that I'm planning for the Dream Team. But I think when I go back on Ultra Moon and beat Necrozma again, it's probably going to be the same thing. My team was Incineroar, Decidueye, Vaporeon, Vikavolt, Komo-o, and... can't remember if I said Mimikyu already. 2 starters, Mimikyu, Komo-o, Vikavolt, and Vaporeon. So yeah. What are you gonna do when you get the shiny? Move on to Shaman? Okay, bro. I just set a follower gold. Yeah, dude, I need to have, like... I need to set stuff like up, yeah. My main... 1K followers, you bleached it. Ew. Well... lucky that's a long ways off. 1K followers and I bleached the beard. Dude... might have to happen, but it depends on when I do my EMT classes. If I get EMT, this has to come off because I'm gonna start applying for part-time firefighting stuff. That requires me to have be clean shaven. One of the streamers watching doing 1 can of shaven. I need to do that, especially because my mom will kill me. Like, she already hates this. Like, exactly. That's the thing. It works, dude. It works. Dude, I'll tell you this, is me and Tiago, we started talking about some old shiny hunters, now we got into shiny hunting. You've heard of the Supreme Arcanines, right, Trips? Yeah, I think he's definitely come up. Yeah, he's definitely come up during conversation. Back when he was a bit smaller, he had a goal that when he reached one, so one of his favorite Pokemon is Miltank. Well, she just doesn't like. It's probably something her side, because I know her mother also doesn't like beards. But funny enough, my mom hated because I had just the mustache last summer, and I think why she didn't like it is because it was pretty untrimmed. Like this is getting trimmed a bit. Like, cause we went to the barber like either Saturday or I think it was last Saturday. So not this past Saturday, but the one before it. And I got this cut and all trimmed down. So yeah, it looks pretty good. But it used to be like, cause I grew it out for like 9 months from my freshman year of college, and it was pretty much everyone knew me, just knew me for the beard there, and it was pretty long, like down to here. But I think she tolerates it now more trimmed up like this. But anyway, Free Markinines, I'm still, I don't know, I said she, like I'm still thinking about my mom, but Free Markinines, one of his true, the beard makes you look some, oh my, really, Trips? This isn't bingo, man. Come on, you can only say that stuff when we're messing around with Seaborn's chat. But if I grew my beard for 9 months, I was like a 14-year-old beard. That's the thing. I mean, what are you talking? I think you're quite a bit younger than me, Tiago. So, actually, I don't know. Because I mean, you're saying that like you're older. But I mean, it's just one of those things that it's genetics, and you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but yeah, like well, like what Trip said, you know, because his is super patchy. We talked about it multiple times. Also, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Koopa theme. I'm 20, so yeah. So I guess about 2 to 3 year difference, because I'm turning 21 in like less than 2 months, so 2 to 3 year difference. So yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Wait, back on topic. Oh, it's really loud? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. 19 December. Alright, I'm turning it down. It's like at 0.28. I hope that's better. Trips. Well, see, I check on my phone, but the problem is that my phone is using record this, and if I exit out of the camera, the Epic Cam, you're gonna see a black screen. So try not to do that to y'all. But Supreme Arcanine, one of his favorite Pokemon is Miltank. And he promised his subscribers that he would do a milk bath once he reached 100k. But the thing is, he didn't do it because around the time that he hit 100k on YouTube, he found out that he was lactose intolerant. Which is a crazy turn of events. Yeah, he take a bath in milk. Yeah. Just because his favorite Pokemon is Miltank. And then he couldn't do it because he was lactose intolerant. Which is crazy because in his videos, like, yeah. Yeah, well, dude, the thing is, he would also drink milk in, like, some of his videos. Like, there'd be a thing he'd do back in the day where he'd, like, after, like, something, he'd just cut to him drinking a glass of milk. I don't want to say it was, like, a bit, but it was, like, I guess it was something that's, like, it's good, so it deserves a milk drink. And the entire time, he's lactose intolerant. He really was the milkman. You realize there's a dude I know at school, Trips? This would fit in for what you've heard about my school. There's a dude that we call the milkman. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Now, he found out before you streamed, but that's funny. Oh, man. That's funny. Well, it's like my aunt. Like, my aunt, it's, one of the crazy things about her is that she has this crazy disease. And you guys are not gonna believe when I say this, because it's just rare and it sounds so ridiculous. She has this thing called pork cat disease, which means she's so allergic. I think she's so allergic to pork. I mean, I think she's so allergic to cats that she's also slightly allergic to pork. And the crazy part is, she has lived with cats her entire life. Like, at her parents, they had 2 cats. Well, they both sadly passed away last year. But, yeah, but before she died, you had 2 cats, right? And when she was working, when she was away from there for a time, for like years, she had a cat. And then now, she's married. And in the house they have 4 cats. Which is insane, because she's apparently super allergic to cats. I mean, I guess, hey, I mean, you get allergic, you just build up a tolerance, right? I don't know. But it's stuff like that. I think what Supreme Arcanine said is, like, he drank milk so much that even though he was lactose intolerant, he still built up a pretty nice, tolerance to it, ironically enough. Because again, he drank milk all the time. I'm gonna mute real quick, I gotta cough. Alright, sorry about that. Also, Trips, this is the song that you recommend for me to put on the playlist, so there you go. Which I'm not even upset about, because this actually is a fire song. I'm not sure how much other Pokken stuff I put on here, but this is a nice one. Dude, I was gonna take a stretch break at 7,000. I don't think I'm going to. Probably horrible for my health, but I've had such a time, like, fun time talking that, like, my cup of tea isn't even done yet. Usually I would get up, use the bathroom, get some more tea, but I don't really need to do either right now. Anyways, maybe I'll have to take a break at 7,100. Part of the Siaga Rumble Hunt, gonna do some heat rain encounters? Yeah, there you go. Go make some progress, dude. Okay, I might need to reshuffle the playlist. I'm gonna let this play out. But I think we've heard this one before today. So I'm definitely paying attention to this. Well, your heat ran is on Platinum, I think you said? 5011, okay. Yeah, dude, good luck. Yeah, I'm Plat. Nice, nice. Dude, some legendary resetting on Plat's gonna be so much fun when I'm done with the Badge Quest. I've already decided that my post-Elite 4 target's gonna be Giratina. It's just finding my pre-Badge 8 and pre-Elite 4 shinies is gonna be the thing that's gonna challenge me. Maybe I'll do Rotom, who knows. But I've already decided that I'm gonna hunt Giratina, and that's gonna be so much fun, I think. Tend to get every shiny Landorus in this platinum, which means many, many more single soft reset hunts, sadly. Yeah. Well, the thing is with platinum, you can get so many. And are you gonna inject the Reggie event? Because that'd be fun, you know, shiny out the Reggies. Hopefully get better luck than Dallas did with his 70,000 Registeel. But like Platinum's just, I mean, you can hunt what, every Gen 4 legendary, I think. You just have to inject the hunts with the Darkrai item. I can't remember what it is. I think it's like the hotel key. And then the Gracidia flower. No, the Gracidia Oak's letter, I think that's what it is. And then the Azure flute. Get those in. Dude, one thing that'd be fun. One, you don't need the, okay, you don't need to inject the Reggies. You just need the event Regigigas. Okay. I gotcha. I think that's what I meant. I just forgot what it was that you needed to use to start the Reggie hunt. It's the event Regigigas. Okay. But yeah, DNX exploiting, you know. Same for Darkrai, yeah. That's the thing, is that, I mean, I'll be honest, I straight up injected Oak's letter for when I set up Shaman on the Pearl. I injected it, I'll be honest. And like when I do the Manaphy hunt, I'm gonna inject Manaphy eggs. I mean, that's the worst part I think about the hunt, aside from the Manaphy, aside from I guess the setup. But it's like, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I didn't want to void glitch it because I was worried it wouldn't transfer up. But it's not like it matters. So I think that PKSM automatically makes things legal because, sadly, I don't have PKSM anymore. I'm not PKSM. I don't have Poké Transfer. Well, I do have Poké Transfer. It's just not updated anymore. Which sucks. I don't think I can update it. So. Yeah, the Void Hunts are very sketchy with creating it. Yeah. And I know, like, Arceus, at least I think for Shiny Arceus, I don't think you can even trade it up, regardless of what you do. I could be wrong about that, but at least you can hunt it in BDSP. And I would have done Shaman in BDSP had I got the event, but I didn't. And now they patched out Void glitching to it. Yeah. See, I think I was talking with someone about it like the other day, and apparently, like, even if you unupdate your game to 1.0.0 and you go to the spot where Shaman is supposed to be and where Darkrai is supposed to be and update your game, like, they won't even spawn anymore, which sucks, but it's like, know what you're gonna do. I guess get a 1.1.0 cartridge. But hey. Okay, it's song 2 and up. I want to see if they looped it on if it re-looped. It did, okay. I'm hitting the reshuffle button. Hopefully this works out. Sometimes stream music will do this for whatever reason. That's the one thing that I've noticed is like kind of bad with like the stream music playlist recently, is that whenever I do Shiny Hunting streams, they'll start looping between different tracks, and it will be impossible to get it out of that loop without resetting the entire playlist. I mean, I reshuffled it, but we'll see what happens. I might just have to exit out the playlist and do it again. Your first hunt was Plat Distortion on Giratina. Yeah, dude, Giratina is great. I think when I get to Distortion World Plat. Okay, speaking of, we do get to listen to Giratina. I'll listen to this because it's such a good song. But I'm gonna have to reset the stream music playlist after this. I'm actually gonna work on that now. But, okay, okay, yeah, we're on stream. Okay, sweet. Yeah, speed of literal level. Yeah, right? I remember way, back when I was, we were talking about how our younger selves couldn't do, full out talking. I remember setting up for the Giratina hunt in the distortion world. And I didn't get it, because again, impatient 13-year-old is impatient. I remember I was hunting alongside it while trying to get a fracture from Safari. I remember this is back when I was younger. And I had my old channel. That's a whole lore bit for the channel that I don't need to get into. But I remember I was shutting on the fracture. I remember opening one stream. Some little 13-year-old self was like, yeah. We're shutting on Giratina. Not really, we're going to fracture. But, yeah, I think when I get to... Ooh, actually, the question is... No, I don't stop seeing them when they leave the screen. So I'm on Streamlabs OBS, and so like right now for me it just faded away. And while I can't see them on like the actual like on the screen, like where it's previewing what's going out to y'all, I have stream chat on the side. When you start streaming on Streamlabs OBS, it's like you have your normal OBS stuff on the main part of the screen. But I thought the song was about to end. My bad. But on the right part of the screen, you have how long you've been live for, and then you have your viewers, and then you have a bunch of chat options. Like right now, see, I can also chat from here. See, so I can do so much like different stuff, like that. All right, stop the music, stop the music. Let's reshuffle. Because it bothers me. Probably just ADHD stuff. There we go. Cosmo theme is amazing. This is definitely a favorite of mine from the Sun and Moon games. I didn't even... Oh yeah, it's awesome. Listening to like Absol stream where it's like fully... Yeah, Gen 7 is super underrated, I think. Okay. I did just turn the song up, by the way. I thought it was a bit quiet. And it was for some reason. But... yeah, I want to give Gen 7 a second shot, which is why I started like my shiny hunting quest on it. And well, I haven't really gotten anywhere with them. It's still gonna be a fun re-experiencing Alola, which is the entire goal. And I recently rewatched most of Absol Blogs' movie on Pokemon Sun. That was amazing. And the guy who used to have the Shiny Tribe have his talk, and he loves Ultra Sun and Moon. I wouldn't be surprised if he considers them the best Pokemon games. My only complaint with them, I think we got them too soon. Because I think it would have been better to let Sun and Moon kind of marinate and kind of gain a little bit more love and then release the remake later. But still, good games regardless. Just the variety of Pokemon the Ultra games have, and make them some of the best Pokemon games. I mean, you can catch 400 different Pokemon in just one of the Ultra games. I agree with that, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I think that, yeah, honestly, yeah, because 400 different games here, including all the different legendaries, plus, the different, Ultra Space Wild encounters. But they added so much to Base Sun and Moon. And, like, the guy, he hates Base Sun and Moon. But he loves the Ultra games just because of how much they improved, on the base games. Yeah, actually, the thing is, I think I would agree with that. Which is, yeah, that is actually a very big fault to the Switch games. But yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon look amazing. And I've only played it on this, well, I think I've done some of on the regular 3DS, but still, for 2 regular 3DSs, which is what these are, they're not even new 3DSs, the Ultra games still look amazing. And you know, I think with the Switch 2 coming out, I think Switch Pokemon games are getting a massive boost in quality. For sure, has some amazing locations, but we're not the greatest. The glowing mushroom, yes, Belanlea, so that's how it's pronounced. That is amazing. But I mean, yeah, I think but I think Scarlet and Violet's gonna get a great. I'm optimistic about how Scarlet and Violet are gonna look on the Switch 2. I'm very optimistic to see how they're gonna look. And with a lot of the Wild area and the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, they all look great. But I think on the Switch 2 they're gonna look better. I mean, if they get the upgraded versions. But even if not, well, I don't know if not, but still. But I know PLZA on the Switch 2 is probably going to look amazing, because I think a lot of, well, I don't know, because they're still doing a Switch 1 version. But yeah, I think this is the first, PLZA is to be the first game, like, released on the Switch 2. At least, at the beginning of launch, I should say. Of the launch date for the game. And then, right now I'm optimistic that the Pokemon games will catch up with the older Nintendo games, but not like right now. Yeah, that's valid. Because, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are beautiful games. And, I've seen some footage recently, and I remember thinking, dude, is this, like, from, like, preview of the Switch 2 footage? It's like, oh my goodness. I'm so excited to see what they look like on the Switch 2. I cannot wait. You still want to play Tears? Dude. I really enjoyed Tears. I really enjoyed Tears. It was so much fun, dude. Tears was... And I liked it a lot more because I discovered a lot for myself. I think with Breath, I enjoyed Breath. But I followed a guide when playing Breath. All I did when I played through Tears is I used the companion app on my phone. And that was all just for marking off shrines. Also, I'm spoiler free. Okay. Yeah, I'm not spoiling anything for anyone saying this. But I followed the companion app on my phone for shrine locations, which maybe that's a bit spoiler much. Korok seeds. The different collectibles I used the map for. But story-wise, I only looked up some things on how to do story-wise with progression, but like all dungeons, I beat all the dungeons with no help. Which I mean, it's Which, Zelda. not a big accomplishment. But you know, I did all that. And, without using a guide. I only looked up one little bit for progression. And that's because there was one place I just didn't know how to get past. But, you know, aside from that, I was able to discover everything by myself. And I really benefited from it, I think. It was so much fun. And I'm recommending if you get a chance to play Tears, like, do it spoiler free. If anything, use the companion app, but because the companion app is really nice with marking up collectibles and all that. Like, I use when the Odyssey stream series I was just done with, I used the Odyssey companion app, and that was really helpful for me to keep track of moons. Good ones go sort of master mode following Breath of the Wild and had a ton of fun because I was 0 guys on every shrine locations. So 60 hours, about 400 courses, we still missing 5 shrines. Dude, yeah, that's a man. Props to you, because I couldn't do it without a guide. Well, dude, again, the Breath Companion app. I mean, you don't have to use it, but it's a nice app. I was so happy with the release of Tears 1 really soon after release. I was so happy. Because the Breath companion app helped me 100% that one. But my dream is, I guess after I'm done with the PLA one, or maybe after Xenoblade. Because I need to start streaming Xenoblade again. I want to start doing streaming Breath, and then Age of Calamity, and then Tears. And then the new Hyrule Warriors is coming out. I don't want to say it, because I know you don't want Tears of the Kingdom spoilers. Which spoils a bit of a plot point in Tears of the Kingdom, they're not a big one. But, I mean, it's a big plot point, but it's one that's, like, mentioned at the very outset of the game. But, dude, if I do the Breath stream, it's gonna be on Master Mode, and I don't even want to buy the companion pictures. I want to go out, and I want to take every single picture of everything. You know, do that myself, because that's what I wanted to do originally, and I didn't end up doing that. I remember, because I restarted my Master Mode file multiple times, because I missed out on, the Blue Lionel. Because after you progress far enough, you can't encounter the Blue Lionel anymore, which sucks. But I restarted just so I can get that picture. My game I didn't like the story in the slightest. That's fair. I appreciate that criticism. But again, I really enjoyed Age of Calamity when I played it. But I guess that is an issue. And I think with the new one, the new Hyrule Warriors that they're doing, again, I don't want to say the title, but based off of Tears of the Kingdom story, and based how it's presenting itself, just from the one trailer that we've seen, I think it's gonna have a good ending, but it's gonna be bittersweet. That's what I'm thinking. But Age of Calamity, I wonder what it would have been like if they kept the original storyline. If they, instead of having Terrako go back in the past to warn everyone, we got a lot of the same fights as before. We got the Master Sword, we got all that. But Mipha and Urbosa, Daruk, Revali, they all died, and it ended with Link being put in the Shrine of Resurrection. I wonder how it would have gone. Because I like how Age of Calamity, it feels like it has a more definitive ending. then I think it would have had Link just, you know, I guess the last part would be, well, I don't know what the last one would be. What would be the last mission had it gone, like, very accurately to Breath's story? Because I think, would it be Link being put in the Shrine of Resurrection, or would you be playing as Zelda? Be playing as Zelda, putting Link in the Shrine of Resurrection, and then like a final mission, assaulting Hyrule Castle to get to Ganon. I think that would work actually. Thinking about it, you put Link in the Shrine of Resurrection, then you play as Zelda. Final mission is you assault Hyrule Castle, and then you beat Calamity Ganon, and like in some sort of fight just to steal it, and then that's where the game ends. And then, actually, that would probably work better thinking about it. But, you know. And that's kind of what I was expecting going at. I was expecting, like, a quote-unquote bad ending. But, imagine you get the Master Cycle 0 before being the Calamity and Age. Dude. If only, dude. If only. Dude, honestly, I don't know if they introduced him in the DLC, and I don't want many spoilers for the DLC. But, like, if they introduce this, you can let me know. I don't care. But, it'd be cool if they introduced, like, the Master Cycle into... We're still getting song repeats. That's entertaining to hear. But I wonder if they introduced the, Master Cycle 0 at, like, the horse and, Power Warriors. Yeah, it's not in, I'm upset that it's not in Tears. Though I will say, there are mechanics in the game where you can still probably create like a motorcycle-like device. Like, there are flying machines and all that you can make. So you can, if you still want to get around Hyrule kind of fast, you can do that. But no, there's no Master Cycle 0, which sucks. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, it's not the same. Like, I've used flying machines to get around and all that. But the thing is, it costs stuff to build the flying machine. With the Master Cycle 0, you can literally just spawn it and, feed it a bunch of bananas to give it fuel. Like, it costs stuff, it's a pain, you have to keep the... If you want to, build it real easily, you have to... I mean, regardless, you're spending something. You're really spending nothing when you're riding the Master Cycle 0. Sure, you have to refuel it, but it's like nothing. No, I didn't do the flying machine in Breath. I didn't do that. I think I've tried it, but I think I tried to do it when I first started playing, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I remember watching all of the, can you board the X Divine Beast early? You know, the answer's always no, you can't. And I remember the one with boarding Meadow early, it was gold. He gets up there, and he gets to Meadow, and he's like, jumps down to land on it, and he just phases right through it. It's so funny. Like, come on. Poor dude. Went all that way, had to get so much, like, healing items because he'd be dying from the cold. And then just to phase through Von Meadow. Darkrai Song in Pokemon Movie 10 is cool. I'll consider it. I'll think of that. I may consider using stuff from movies though. I've only done video game stuff. I'll have to give it a listen. I do want to say, normally we don't get repeats like this. Sometimes the playlist will troll and randomly start repeating songs. But even when I reset it, I mean, there are 232 songs in the playlist. It shouldn't be doing this after I reshuffled it. That's what the crazy thing is. Like, no matter how big your playlist is, you will always hear the same songs over and over again. That's true. That's true. I think I just noticed because I've listened to the playlist so many times. Like, even a lot of times on my spare time, like when I'm not streaming, I'll still like listen to the stream playlist. Like when I'm Johnny and I want stuff to listen to in the background. Or like I'm on VC. Like recently I've been putting on video game music, like in VC, when I'm talking with people up in the background. So I guess I do tend to notice this stuff, but you know. Like, one song that I think played a lot was the Atomic Blue theme from 1000 Year Ago. I just remember hearing that one a lot. So the Shadow Queen, which is this one, it's... I haven't heard that much. It's nice to hear it, you know? And I don't think any of the new songs I've added have been played. This is one I heard so many times, but this is Gita's theme. Oh wow, I didn't even... Yeah, this is Gita's theme. I've heard this one so many times. No, I never fought her in the DLC. First time listening? Yeah, this is the first time on the stream I know that for a fact. But like for me, like listening to the playlist other times, I've heard this song so many times. It's not even funny. I don't know how much you know about her theme, about well her battles, I mean. But I'm glad that she actually was smart with her strategy, in the DLC, if you choose to refight her. But she was not a difficult champion whatsoever. She used her team horribly. Yeah, I don't know when you played Scarlet Violet yet. So I will say, I love the Spanish guitar in these parts, right here. But like, this is like one of the things we talked about with the champion themes earlier. It's like they feel super cheesy because they still include a lot of the same motifs. Like you can probably hear a lot of them in the song throughout the song. I don't listen to Alder's theme. I think Diantha, or Diantha, not Diantha, Diantha, her theme's real unique. Cynthia's is, yeah. Cynthia's theme is really unique. I want to say that Alder's and Iris's are. I haven't listened to theirs in a while. And I don't really count him as a champion, but dude, his theme is amazing. Yes, dude. Oh yeah, I've listened to that one. That one's good when you're fighting Red and Blue. Again, I didn't put it on the playlist just because of that over cheesy champion feel. But that's a good one. And I remember playing through Sun for the first time. I never beat Moon. And fighting Kukui, I was freaking out. Like wherever I was battling, I was like, dude, this is so hype. I love this. Just for the music. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to listen to Iris' theme again. Maybe I should listen to Alder's theme, Iris' theme, and all that. I'm gonna say I actually have Alder's out of battle theme on the playlist. I'm gonna say that I do. I don't know if I do or not. Actually, I don't think I do, because I don't think I added many black and white songs to the playlist. Man. Did you ever read the classic Black and White? Dude, I did not. I don't think I did, no. There's a lot of the posting stuff. I remember watching a lot of videos, and I remember like one of the ones was like the Cynthia battle. Of course, I did fall for Munching Orange's Rayquaza video for April Fools. It was a thing he did for April Fools. I did fall for that. I remember that very vividly. But I don't think I fell for the Cynthia one. So I remember tried fighting her a few times and never was able to beat her. You know, but what are you gonna do? Dude. Speaking of boss themes, Let's Chew and Next Chew from Okami. Never mind, this is Ninetales. But yeah, I never would beat Cynthia in that game. I've only beat her like a handful of times, like once in Platinum, and twice in both of my Brilliant Diamond saves. He's a tough cookie, man. Okami is really good. It's one thing I've never beaten, but I've watched Sugar Conroy's Let's Play. It's an amazing game. I really need to beat it. I really need to beat Okami then. Because that's another game I haven't watched Sugar's whole Let's Play, but I know how it begins, how it ends. I played through some of Okami Den. But both games are really good. I think Okami's definitely better than Okami Den, but one thing I heard of though is Okami is getting a sequel on Switch, and which makes me think whether or not they're gonna remake Okami Den, or which I doubt it, based on the rhetoric of the post, or whether or not they're gonna make a new sequel, which that would be exciting, a new sequel. As much as I have liked Okami Den from the little I played it. But yeah, I put a lot of Okami songs on there, because even though they really are distinctly Japanese, it's still good music. Yeah, I haven't seen an actual announcement either, but that'd be really, a new remake would, I mean, a new sequel would be really cool. But like this fight right here, the one that this scene's from, is a really good one story-wise. It has such a good build-up and all that, and it's cool because it's a whole bunch of legends from Japanese mythology. And if you want to watch Sugar's Let's Play on it, he does an amazing job at dissecting everything in both games, and it's really nice to watch. And also the same with Kid Icarus, Kid Icarus Uprising, which is a game that I sort of played a little bit of today. Yeah, dude, quad hunting Giratina, that would be fun. Again, I can only triple on them, just due to my hardware limitations. Well, I guess I could quad hunt him, when I get the Switch too. I guess I could. I could put him on the easy games and then on the Switch as well, but that's a lot. But Triple Hunting Giratina will be super fun for me on Diamond Pearl Platinum whenever I get around to doing it. One thing I've really wanted to do is when I eventually get done with the Diamond Pearl, wrong one, the Black and White Batch West, is I want to quad hunt like everything in Black and White. Like quad hunt Volcarona, quad hunt Kirim, quad hunt the Swords of Justice. Dude, that's gonna be fun when I eventually get around to doing that. I'm trying to think about other targets like quad hunting those games. I can't do any more legendaries because I can only double hunt Tornadus and Thunderous and Landorus, and I can only double hunt the other legendaries from Black and White too. Going a full Giratina, going for a full Giratina on Plat. I already have 2 Distortion World ones and a Sinjo. I have to go for a Diamond Pearl Giratina after post-game Giratina on Plat. On every possible way in Gen 4. Yeah, that's a good plan, dude. How different is post-game Giratina than the regular one? Like, is there any really battle differences? I mean, I know it's a higher level and all, but is it still Origin form? Or does it go to Altered? I think that'll be okay, I almost thought I'm on my phone down, but I think that'll be the deciding factor whether or not I back up my save or not. Once I'm done with once I get to Giratina on the Batch West. Okay. I got you. Okay, then I probably won't back up the save then. But like doing those hunts would be super cool. Cause like that hunt, the Dialga, the Palkia, I've already enjoyed the one Dialga hunt I've already done on BDSP. That was fun. I mean, it took a while, but it was fun. Super quick. But, like, I think doing the ritual games would be really fun. Catching Giratina on a dive ball in Gen 4 would be painful though. You're catching it in a dive ball? You mad lad. How many dive balls do you have right now? And also, why that specific ball? I'm genuinely curious. Just because it's a dive ball? Like... Greatest save how with absolute least amount of Pokemon seen. Though I could grind them easier with the ball lady. I think the dive is the only one that fits Giratina better. Also, it's probably my favorite ball. Well, it was unfortunate for Gen 4. Interesting. There you go. Hey, why not? You don't think the Premier Ball would match Giratina the best? Or like the Quick Ball? Those are ones that I think I've seen argued more. And honestly, more that some that I agree with a little more. I'll be honest. But I see where you're coming from with like the blue highlights, which are definitely like Shiny Giratina's most like well-known feature is like the blue. But you see where you're coming from. Yeah, for me, the main part of the Shiny Giratina is split. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and that it really probably highlights the blue well. So yeah, I don't blame you, really. Good reasons. What other hunts have you, wow. Voice malfunction right there, but what other hunts have you been thinking about getting into with Gen 4? I know you mentioned the Giratinas, your Heat Rans. What other stuff you've been interested in? Hurry for Electric Ball and Rickways, yeah, that'd be a bit much. Even then with Emerald. That's one thing I'd be wary on is like shiny hunting on Emerald Cartridge. Because of the shot. I mean, if you're doing random encounters, I feel like it's just the knowledge that the RNG is messed up is more daunting than the actual hunt, but you know, I'm not sure how I'm gonna go with hunting on Emerald. All Roamer, start by the Triple Bird. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm working on my first Roamer hunt too. I'm supposed to be racing Cuber Boy for it, but I think I'm probably gonna end up forging ahead a little bit, just because he's gonna start Arceus. So I think I was debating on doing a bit of Cresselia on BDSP, maybe transition to Shaman as well, but who knows? Hey, there's Atomic Boo! I told you I've heard this song a lot. But yeah, I'm working on the Cresselia right now. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, I'm getting about around 20 an hour. But I think the roaming part of it is actually, it's a little fun. Just because you're trying to pay attention to where it goes. I've been hunting Shaman on the side, and that's been fun. And that's been a lot of, like, mental exercise. Trying to keep up with the rigidity of Shaman, with also staying on track with the Cresselia on screen. Mesprit though, I'm sure when I do that, I'm not gonna like, because you have to, because in BDSP you have to go through all that text about Mesprit, and that's not gonna be fun. I like the put Stupid Cyclops in my platinum between hunts, like when I get a full, that seems like a lot of grindy fun. That's fun. And it keeps you from being burnt out in the shiny hunt. And like when you're shiny hunting, you can use that like while you're watching YouTube or listening to music, whatever you're doing while you're shiny hunting. You can do all that, but you also be thinking in the back of your mind like, hey, what am I gonna do next for once I get this shiny? What stupid challenge am I gonna make myself do? Someone thought this needs to be shiny, so use the radar. I was wondering why you got that specific example. Where you talked about that with radar earlier. I'm like, that's such a specific example. I never thought to ask why. Yeah, that's something I'm not sure if I'd be willing to do. That seems like a lot. EV trade. Yeah, of course EV trade him. Why not? Why not? That's funny, I gotta admit. Yeah! Speaking, you're talking about liking Sun and Moon. You got Hal right here. This is a shame that Sun and Moon being so forgotten, because I think I listened to the song a few months ago. I like heard it on some sort of Pokemon video. And I remember I was thinking like, I don't recognize the song. I was listening to it. I was like, oh, this is a Hop song. But I forgot. It's just kind of like, man, like, 74.95. Maybe I will. I don't think so. Just because it's about 8 o'clock for me, Apollo. But let me see what. And so I got my highest rare streak going for Zigzagoon 115 in Pokerus in the first time. With how easily your chain can break, that's insane with getting Pokerus. But 74.95, I don't think I'll be getting there today. Cause you gotta think, Apollo or Fluffy. That'd have to make me go for another like 300. Not 300, another like 400. And like that's another 2 hours. Like I may be 20, but I'm an old man at heart. So I don't think I'm quite ready for that. I was thinking about switching off and go for like either maybe going for Cresselia or some unknowns until like 9 or 9:30 once I'm done with the Landorus reset. So I might hunt something else. You're after the Pokerus is a shiny. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it helps out a lot with EV training. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, if your goal is to EV train him, yeah, I would have reacted the same too. Yeah, but Fluffy, I'll go for the Landorus again tomorrow. I don't know when you'll be up though. That's the question. But I think you're in an earlier time zone than me as well, and I would highly doubt you'd like to get up as early as I do, because I get up at like 6:30 every morning. Whether I get out of bed though, whether I get out of bed at that time is a different story. But I do get up. I do wake up at 6:30 every day. But I think I'll definitely get to pass that tomorrow. Fluffy. So you'll hear whether or not, I get it. But, Fluffy, I gotta tell you, because I was talking with Cuber Boy after I failed the original Landorus. And around the range of that, of the 74.95, is around the time where he thought I'd get it. Because he thought I'd get it, not, he didn't think I'd get it over odds, but he thought I'd get it under odds really close to 40.96. Got up at 5 a.m. every day. I was on the internship I finished a week ago. Yeah, thank God for coffee, right? Yeah, dude, internships, I wish, like, when I was in school this year, I focused more on trying to get an internship. And, like, I landed one. Technically, I started an internship. Well, it's hard to say whether it's an internship or not, because basically I saw this ad for like a coffee shop that's starting up near my school, and it was advertised as like an internship. And so I applied for it, and I mean I got the job. I'm happy about that. I found out today that I got it. But slowly came to light it's just a barista job. Which, I mean, it's good. I mean, working out in public, you know, with people and all that, and even then, I'm not a big coffee drinker, so it'd be nice to learn how to fix coffee. Because, I mean, I just don't fix coffee, because I don't drink it. So, But I mean, that's one thing. Even if it was an internship, it's like not what I expected. But I mean, you know, it's something you can do anyway. Anyway, part time, so I can still kind of do that while doing what I've been doing the past summer, just helping my grandfather with his farm. So it would be nice to kind of do both, you know. Yeah, 5 a.m. every day is rough. I did it my senior year of high school. My course has 2 obligatory 300-hour internships. I think it's really great for learning in the general, especially in my area, cooking, baking, and such. Yeah, I mean, with like what you're doing like that makes a lot of sense. Because if we're learning how to be like a chef or something like that, or like any type of cook, like you're on the ground, you're learning. That's something that's really nice for you to do to learn, I think. For us, it's just really encouraged that we get in college, we just get internships like over the summer. We have a really good career center, which is something I'm gonna need to use this year because I'm going to my junior year. And sure, I guess you can say I got lucky with this one, but one, it's not really an internship, you know. But then two, I'm not gonna get that lucky, especially for like actual like economic stuff. Come the summer if I do the same thing again. So I'm gonna need to really make time to go to our career fairs and go to the career center. Yeah, even though I kind of hate the place, I really don't have time. Yeah, that's a good thing, and you know, I'm excited about the whole barista stuff. But you know, I might end up hating the place. But you know, again, it's good. Because even I'm learning more and more to work with the public, and not only that is, you know, I'm again learning, even just making coffee, I'm learning something new and interacting with new people. I mean, that's something you gotta look at. You have to see the silver lining in everything. But yeah, it's been nice, just, you know, all different stuff you can do, like with internship, learning different skills and all that. Like my on-campus job whenever I was school, that's something great. I'm glad I did. I mean, I like all the people there, and I like all the people there. It's like, and learn some good stuff with it. But yeah, it's just, that's the thing. I appreciate you doing this. But I can never be active in the Twitch chat when shiny hunting. Like, I've done it before. And sure, I've maybe been able to type fast. I'm used to writing papers. But, like, dude, that's one thing, you know, I've already talked about it. I had to be, like, hyper fixated on, like, getting these resets out as fast as possible. Even though it's not like a subconscious thing. It's not a conscious thing. It's something I have noticed about myself. Maybe it is conscious thing, if I've noticed it. Okay, something where you can type for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that right there, like, when you have long cutscenes like that, that's one where you can definitely sit down and you can write a lot. Like, that's a long one. And it's not like, I think the XD Eevee is like that, but in a lesser sense. Because it has that opening cutscene too. And so you can do a lot of stuff. I think the opening cutscene in the XC is like a minute. So while you're waiting for that, you can definitely do some typing and hunting a lot of other stuff. So yeah, hunting an XC, that's another one where you can do it like that. But like, we'll say like, we're listening to the Kahuna theme from Alola. The starter resets are long, but you don't have that because we're mashing A the entire time. You know, it's... But yeah, I think, but you know, Sinjo and XC are exceptions to the rule, I think. Dude, you're talking about Sinjo and Unknowns, man. I'm tempted to, once I get to 7200, instead of ending streams, to boot up the PLA for a little bit. But generally, I would stop at 7200, but I think I might keep on going for like MPLA. I might change first, but who knows? It's 1 a.m. Oh, yeah, because you probably are Italian. Yeah, I'm on vacation. Yeah, that's fair. Again, I'm an old soul. It's... I could not stay up till 1 a.m., dude. That's one thing that I've tried... I think I've tried to do a few times. I can't. Yeah, that's one thing. For some reason, I'm beginning to think that you're American, but like... I'm assuming like everyone aside from me in that server are Italian, so but like that's one of the things, like it's a lot, you know. Oh, you're Portuguese. Okay, that's good correction. Good to know. Still European. But dude, Europe. I think that's something like I somewhere should go. Like anything for the history and like I have friends who are doing study abroad in Europe. Like I have a guy, he's in Spain right now, and he was sending me snaps. Like he was getting like completely wasted over McDonald's beer, like in Spain. I didn't know they did that. Yeah, just 1 hour off of the Italians. Yeah. Yeah, because I figured I was thinking I'm not sure that's quite right because I think it's at least 6 hour. But by the way, are you doing that IRL with them? That's one thing I was thinking about, but I'm not sure about, you know, it doesn't seem like I will be doing that, you know, because I just, missing a whole bunch of stuff so close to school starting, you know. Definitely not, yeah. When I was thinking about it, I was like, for one, I was like, logistics-wise, I don't think it's something I do anyway, just because new people that don't really interact with that much with the community. It's a good community, I just don't interact with them all that much. And like, if I knew them better, there's definitely be a better chance. But then you're talking about going to Europe, flying all the way across the ocean, like, and not even that, even if I trusted them enough and all that, and, well, I mean, that's not like a trip, even I knew them well enough to feel comfortable flying over there, and all that, and if it wasn't so close to school, and if I didn't have other stuff to worry about with, like, this job I just got, this is our ongoing, but I want to mention for Absol would show or some days I really want to do someday. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to meet Matt. Because Matt inspired the style. I think Matt and Blue Bat are both inspired in this kind of style in my PLA Let's Play. Because the video where I do get my forces of nature is me a lot more of a Matt style. But it's maybe the idea of the promise I gotta add kind of came from Matt's idea of like cinematography. But no, the Zeus IRL, that'd be really cool. I really want to meet up with people online and do like one of those big IRLs. That's been something that I've wanted to do. Yeah, the 30 people go fest. Hey, dude, if we both end up there, I'll bring both of my black and white, my black 2 and my white 2. So. But no, like those IRLs, that's what they have wanted to do. Those seem super cool. And that's something that maybe maybe some of you guys in the Shiny Tron are planning out. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll work out or not, but it'd be really cool football. But yeah, I think eventually, like, being part of the Zoo IRL would be cool. Meeting Matt would be awesome too. I've heard from the guy who used to in the Shiny Tron that he is a super nice and genuine individual. You'll have people who are not like that. You present themselves like that and not really like that. Off camera. But it seems like Absol is like really genuine. But like, one thing that I thought level. I don't know if you could hear that truck. I think it's a good thing I have noise gates on. But like, with my doing Pokemon Twitch, like shiny hunting Twitch every once in a while, and my YouTube right now being only shiny hunting, though I want to expand that. One thing I kind of dream is like, dream would be something to be really nice to be part of Absol's crew. It's so nice. It seems like a whole bunch of awesome individuals just in there together, just shiny hunting. And sure, you'd have to be a pretty big PokeTuber for that, but still, it's so nice to do. Of all the Pokemon games I've played both Heart. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, you're always hunting in the games. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I'll say that. I mean, Black and White too. Amazing. I'll say that. You really should get a chance to play that. Heart Gold Soul Silver though, I haven't had a chance really to play through much. Because, again, I'm doing that badge quest, and someone that I've kind of put off now. Which, it sucks that I haven't really focused on it that much. But, yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like, but I think I feel like I might be ruining it with Heart Gold for me. Just because I'm doing this badge quest. And it's fun. I'm enjoying it, but, you know, I feel like it's kind of robbed me of some of the experience. Which is fair. And that's the fear I'm having with the Alola games going back through them and doing all my shiny stuff on them. Is I'm not really kind of getting that experience. Yes, they're so expensive. Oh my goodness. I lucked out with this 3DS. This was I got off of Macari, really. Well, yeah, it came off of Macari. It was $200 for the 3DS and for the Blast 2, which I think was a steal. Especially because if you want to do the math, the market value of the Black 2 across Macari, the 3DS costed $80. But Soul Silver, oh my goodness. That's one thing I thought of like this summer. With like my birthday coming up and with me starting working for my grandfather on his farm in about 2 weeks. Because we'll be able to start next week because it's been raining like crazy and he's going on vacation. But like with starting all this stuff, I've been thinking about splurging on the Soul Silver. But those are so expensive. Anyway. Older brother bought both the DSi and the Platinum I use right now for $30 like 8 years ago. Wow. That's crazy. I wish, man. Well, I'll tell you. Well, actually, I did pay for this DS Lite right here. I got that quite a few years ago. I can't remember when. I want to say it was around the time I started doing full hunting. So maybe like 2020. That was $70 for just the system. I'm like, dude. Like, getting the DSi and the Plat for $30 was insane. Like, I think when I got the Platinum from GameStop, like, as a kid, when my dad bought it for me. Or whomever bought it for me. I think I went in the GameStop with him. It was so long ago. But I think it was pretty cheap. But again, it was a used game back then. Platinum was, I think Black and White were still relatively new at that point. X and Y probably barely released. Excuse me. But yeah, Platinum, which are, by the way, I get games on a Portuguese secondhand site. They're all English, it's so expensive, but nowhere near. But yeah, that's the thing is with being American, like, and like in probably me just being picky for probably no reason, but I'm not saying no reason. But like, I don't really want a Japanese copy, you know. It's just I just want to be able to read and understand it. Like, subsequent shiny hunting copies, I would be willing to get in Japanese. But for like a first, like, I would be willing to probably get a Heart Gold in Japanese and a Diamond Pearl Platinum Japanese right now. But for a unique game, for the first game in my collection of it, I'd rather be English. Oh yeah, American shipping here is $30. Yeah, that shipping is crazy. Yeah, Megalovania jump share, yes. Yes, Megalovania, the playlist. Hope it's not too loud. But like, you know, wanting to start my collections off in English is a whole different ball game, you know, just because of how expensive it is. And I know Makari would help. Okay, good. But like, I don't know like what y'all have over there for like secondhand sites. I mean, I think you kind of have your Portuguese one, but even then, that's so expensive for English. Like Mercari, I think helps out with stuff a lot. Not only because I think it's a lot cheaper than eBay, but also I feel like people are offering more authentic stuff. Because if you do a Google search and you're completely ignorant about what everything is, you're gonna get a Heart Gold off of Walmart for $20, but it's gonna be a repo. Or repro. I know you can buy Japanese for like half the price. I don't know. That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like the Japanese would be, again, I'm not, or I'm not. I wouldn't like if I'm getting something. If I'm getting like another Heart Gold or another Black or another Platinum, I'm not gonna get a Japanese. I'm not gonna force myself to get an English one because I've already had the games in English. But I think for a first copy, I just wanted it in English. So my Pokemon collection is almost complete. I want to have all DS, 3DS mainline games, and I'm only missing Splatoon Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, that's how I am with my collection. The only thing is I don't have PLA and Scarlet physical. I have them digital. But everything else I have physical aside from Soul Silver. Soul Silver is the only one I'm missing. And then I'd probably think about starting into Gen 3, like at one of each of the. But then I had to worry about getting the GBAs, and those I've looked are pretty expensive. Not to mention even just the Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald and Leaf and the Leaf Green copies are also gonna be pretty expensive. Not to mention even but the Ruby Sapphire Emerald. But you know when the battery dies on those games, what I'm gonna do, you know? Because I have no idea how to solder. Oh, I'm sure it is. I might have to contact the friend I graduated with, like, 'cause I think he had a Soul Silver growing up. I might be able to get it off him at a good price. And then I was talking about him one day, and he's if he found it, he'd be willing to sell it to me. But I never really followed up with it, I don't think. Which I probably should have. This was like over a year ago, I think. I don't know if he played Soul Silver. I know his cousin, who's also my cousin, funny enough. My cousin's cousin. But our cousin, even though he had heart golds growing up, and I remember watching him playing like, I think yeah, it was him. It was him. I remember like I was like church, a little 9-year-old me in church, and I sat with him. He was playing heart gold during church, and I was like, dude, I really want this game. This is so cool. I actually have it, and you know, hey man, I've been playing Gen 3 on my 3DS. 3DS runs GBA games natively, for example. I'm asking like, okay, that's good. That's good to know. Is it like homebrew? Is that how you're running it? You're running a homebrew? Okay. That's what they might consider them. But even then, I think if I were to play Gen 3, I'd rather have it hardware. So at least I could do. At least with that, so many of my systems would just be tied up, you know. And plus, I only have one homebrewed system, and it's this black 3DS. If you ever want to trade me on DC, it's a bit annoying to prepare. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, but I'll let you know if I want to try it. Is your name like the same on Discord as it is on Twitch? Let me do a bit of looking real quick. Oh my goodness, I just saw Ben from Shiny Dex's face. That's hilarious. I'm going to Zeus's stream. Hold channel right now. Oh yeah, I think I see it, yeah. Because you just did the Chansey, right? Hold on. Yeah. But I have stream modes on, so it's my usernames are like truncated. Okay, yeah, I just made sure that's you. I was sending your friend request real quick in case. So if it lets me, yeah, it does let me. I think it does. Yep. Yeah. Are they nice to check some Discord and all that? See what happens. Oh my dude. Salazar, dude. Rest in peace to bro. He's over odds on another one with the Latias. Rest in peace. Yeah, he's like 11. I think he's at 11,700. So yeah, poor guy. Speaking of, one question I have for you. Actually, we're already on Zeus's stream during the startup week. I think I started going to Zeus's stream before that. I discovered him like randomly while browsing through some shiny on YouTube, and I remember it was around the time he started his whole Corsalia arc thing that I discovered him. But are you keeping up a lot with ZA coming out later this year? Because the Latias made me think of this. I've seen a lot of people assume that every single Pokemon that has already had a Mega will be in that game. I'm wondering if that's accurate or not. Well, I mean, not that it's accurate, but well, not safe to assume such. I guess that's you accepting my request. No, it's Shiny Shrine. The happy hour? I'm assuming it is. Yep. Okay. 24 hours. Start with some scribble. Oh, I need to mark it off. At least I'll be in for the tail end of the scribble. That'll be torture. Sorry. I haven't played the new Pokemon games. Let's try about Sword and Shield. I kept up with it because some name might be. That's valid, dude. That's valid. You haven't even tried a PLA yet? Because, dude, I mean, it might be obvious from my PLA quests and all that, but I'm loving PLA. No, I saw in the Megas is ZA that okay, don't spoil me on that. Don't spoil me on that. Please don't. I don't want. So maybe that's where people are getting a lot of the stuff from, because they've seen the leaks, and that's something that I haven't cared about. Like, I don't want to see the leaks. I don't want to look at it. No, didn't try PLA. It's the only reason. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, and you know, not wanting to get into Pokemon and all. Well, the new Pokemon, I should say. That's fair, because. But I think PLA. I don't think it really suffers from what all the recent Nintendo stuff does, because it's new, or was new, I should say. And we'll see what happens with ZA when this comes out. When it comes out, the Adam Mega P-Dove. Yeah, I'm sure that's a big trust me bro right there. But okay, I think I've kind of my decision what I'm gonna do. But like, I think PLA was treated more as a work of art, as like you would when designing like the first, like designing Red and Blue. You know, I didn't say mentality because there's a real big different spin on Pokemon with a beloved region. With ZA, I'm worried they're gonna get in the same kind of mentality of mass producing the Legends game that it feels like they've kind of gotten to doing with the main series games. And while I've liked the recent main series games, I get where a lot of the criticisms are coming from with Nintendo just mass producing Pokemon. And I'm glad 2024 was a gap year, unless you want to count the wrap up of the DLC and the Mochi Madness that they released at the beginning of the year. But you know, I'm glad it's a gap year. I'm glad they've had more time to focus on other stuff, and hopefully they'll make ZA really good. You know, which is a Pokemon where a game focused around a Pokemon that people have been wanting an extra game about for years at this point. Imagine the story because Sal was on fire during that. He put Trico on holding and 9 shinies during the 2-week single hunting. That's insane, dude. And the double week is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Dude, the double hunts on Diamond Pearl Platinum were so broken. That's one hunt I wish I got to spend more time with, dude. I already mentioned the I've already mentioned the Hardcore Soul Silver hunt. But when I got my Graveler, dude, I think that was in around the 300s. Not 300s, 3000s. That happened super fast. Had a ton of fun. Hopefully I'll be able to get set up for Stark Mountain during the next one. Regardless of what game it's in. But that'd be nice, like, to set up at Stark Mountain with my Diamond Pearl Platinum, sure. And have to do the real hunt and finish the badge quest, but Stark Mountain double week, I'm sure is gonna be a lot of fun. And how does it work? You have to, like, are you still able to do the double encounters after you catch Heatran? Or like after you start seeing Heatran? Because I admit, I've never gone through Start Mountain before. Like, I've never gone post-game. At least to the post-game islands. Alright, since we're getting close to 7200, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the Landorus at 7200. And then until 9, so about half an hour, I'm going to do some unknown hunting in PLA. The next time you'll see your encounters with Bike and Illuminate. Okay. That's crazy that it's close to the same speed. I thought the double hunting would be so much more faster. I'm sure Stark Mountain has a different challenge. I think some Pokemon there know Memento, right? I know Zeus, he felt the coughing or the wheezing, whichever one it was. And I think it used Memento on him. Don't do the show me. I happened to be streaming when I found his yearly recap video. Plot twist. That was actually his second stream ever. Wow. That's nice, man. Again, I started watching him. It's either late last year or early this year. So you've been watching him a lot more than I have. I need to tune into his stream more. I think. Well, an issue with me is that it happens. His streams are happening during the day, but since I haven't been working for like a while, because you know, I just got a new job today, you know, and my grandfather, you know, has been raining like crap, so I can't do farm work. But well, it's hard for me as like an American because he streams in the afternoon, but I've had his stuff in the background like during the school year, like doing schoolwork and all that, which is nice. I've enjoyed that. But it's like, I need to sit down and listen to his streams. But let's see whether or not I get a Landorus today, because we have 4 more encounters left, 2 on each game. See what happens. But yeah, his streams are nice. I need to, for me, yeah, 8 p.m. is really nice timing. I mean, yeah, and that's kind of what I try to aim for. I like to be going through 8 p.m. Because, I mean, I like to go to bed early, so I usually stream as soon as I'm done eating dinner. Which for me is usually about 7 is when I'll start streaming. For this, I was able to stream a lot earlier because, my parents and sister are not home right now. And, so I was able to eat supper by myself really early. So, for dinner, I use it interchangeably too much. Because even during the internship, though, so I missed a lot of the Cresselia streams. That makes sense, you know. And that's one thing is I'm sure I'll be missing quite a few of Zeus's streams. Okay, but last Landorus encounter of the night. Okay, no shiny Landorus. What I'm gonna do right now is actually I'm gonna before we cut up before I am kinda no. I'm gonna do this real quick. Yeah, okay, my Graveler was 3192. I just wanted to see what that was. Okay, it's 35, so yeah, right, same. But right now, Tiago, I'm going to be, wow, that really, poor Twitch. But I'm gonna kind of banger, yes, I love Brute 10. But I'm gonna put on the, actually, no, it doesn't matter. Let me, I'm gonna go cut the, TV on. And I'm gonna start transitioning to Hunting Unknown. And I'm gonna do that for like another half hour and then on off stream. So, okay. Yeah, so this will be a little bit of a transition. I'm gonna do a little bit more today because this is actually a lot of fun. So, I'm gonna start kind of working on getting onto PLA. I'm also gonna mute the Elgato. And then we hide Epicam. Okay, Elgato is freaking out right now. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna mess around with this real quick. Okay. Go ahead and give it. I'm playing Yeah, you probably heard that, so. Hopefully that'll fix it. Share stream, yes, share stream. Interesting that's not working out that way. Go away, go away. Yeah, okay, we'll some share stream action. Might have 30 minutes of share stream. Let me real. I'll leave it like that. I know you're gonna be disappointed that I'm here. If I can close that, see if I can. I got an idea. Okay. That's a dangerous gambit. We're trying that. Reactivate it. $51.50, yeah, man. Keep pushing with that, dude. Okay. I can. Oh. Okay, maybe I just need to switch it off. So this is about to be finicky. Right now. I'm gonna go switch to the virtual camera. Play this hunting game intentionally and not super well prepared for the catch. What I feel the heat of a hard shotty catch. Love the feeling. Dude, it's super fun. I had those with the Tornadus and the Thunderous. And the Landorus too, because I didn't want to catch them with the Master Ball. And I didn't catch any of them with the Master Ball. And those were super fun catches. It's so much fun. Okay, not you. Your video. We might be getting a music stream with technical difficulties. Last time I experienced that was my second Giratina, and that was a year and a half ago. Giratina is a really good one. I'm finicking around a lot, right? That doesn't do anything. Okay, let me do this. Source that I never use. So that gives you once upon a time, I was completely full of dread, taking failure for your heart to crush me. It would crush me too. Like, again, I know I've talked about it a lot this stream, but I've experienced, but like that Landorus was like my first real full lots fail since. Probably since that Druddigan I found when I was like 9 years old on accident. And I was crushed, dude. Like, and I was hunting it for like, what, 4 months? I can imagine failing one I spent 4 years for. Legitimately me here on even failed it, same as synchronized it. Okay, the second one might be a bit extreme. But the first one, no, I could appreciate, dude. The crazy thing is, it's not even on the Elgato source. That's what's tripping me up right here. Well, I had to say, I think I might have to end off stream, which sucks. Just because even if I wanted to hunt, like, it's not allowing me to. I think getting an XC60 would be awesome. Yeah, well, dude, bit of shameless plug, since I guess I'm here at the end. Yeah, it sucks, man. I'll do some unknown hunting, but I'll have to be off stream, because I'll have to restart my OBS. And I think that's just got done off stream. But dude, if you want, feel free to drop a follow, join my Discord and all that. Links are all down there at the bottom if you want. But dude, 3 hours of hunting is not bad at all. Yeah, right? It was a lot of fun. Even, like, just Landorus was a lot of fun. But, yeah, thank you so much for accompanying me. It was a blast. Appreciate the follow. I just saw that pop up. Again, shameless self-advertising. It works. Crazy that my alert box didn't go off. Which is... That probably says something about how the state of my OBS. But yeah, appreciate you coming out, dude. And for everyone's watching, all else watching on Twitch, and if you're watching the VOD, then I need to upload the first PLA VOD. I need to upload this VOD as well once I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, till next time. See y'all.